Right, here we go.
This is one of my favorite venues. Get the right fight, you got a night of fun.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Swing and a miss with that hook. They're both trying for enough. Hold that thought! Tyson Fury just got rocked! Do you believe this? Looks like trouble was averted.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
And he scores with the counter. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
It's a flat for the fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off. Make the ring small. Put them on the back foot. Put them under pressure.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Throws the jab. It doesn't score. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he just missed with that left jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Ali in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you...
I love that. That jab's...
There's the bell for round two. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Beautiful counter punch. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. All right, hook misses. Punching. Missing with the hook. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Punch, counter punch. You can't make a mistake. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges.
There's the bell for round three. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. That hook was off target. Nice counter shot. Beautiful counter shot. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. He threw a punch and just got countered. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Perfect counter lands. Just missed with that hook. There's a counter shot. His stamina is off the charts. Nobody home with that hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Into that fight, and that's his round. Maybe they go looking nice. Those 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss them.
Here we go to the fourth round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Perfect counter shot. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. That counter punch caught him clean, holding nothing back here in the round. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think them. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagan and pickpocket them.
Jab misses. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Jab slightly off target. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Those counter punches have to hurt. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Ali in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't...
What was that?
Back into the fray here in round 5. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. What do do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
He misses with that jab. Misses with the jab. That counter shot lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
How would you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fight. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Well done with that counter shot. Talk about Ali. This is the beginning of round 6. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
No rest for the weary. Nice counter shot. That hook won't score. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Catch and shoot. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Nice counter. He missed with that jab. Slip to avoid the jab. And down goes Fury! And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one. Well, and yet,
This bout is...
what a pleasure to be. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
This is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Beautiful counter punch. That jab won't score. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Nope, that jab not going to score. He threw a punch and just got kept. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Ali and that.
What do you do?
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
They got out of the way of that right hook. That jab doesn't find a home. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Sure why he's not using his reach advantage.
You're getting in there with a fighter with a longer reach. Now you've got to depend on your footwork, your pressure fighting, slip inside the shot, slip outside the shot. But when you do it, you don't just slip, you've got to capitalize on it. Throw some shots after that to make them scared of letting a shot go.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Ali and that. The bell rings and we start the third. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. That counter shot lands. That right hook catching air. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Good counter punching. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
defense here at all. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here back at it in round 4. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Now what we gonna do right here? Down for the anarchy, them man I sing to the feds.
Swing and a miss with the jab. It's all offense all the time. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweight.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Beautiful counter shot. He misses with that jab. Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Both men step back for just a moment. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Ali in that last round.
It's swirling around in the storm.
I need to focus on what you're doing.
Time for the 5th round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's a counter shot. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Punch, counter punch. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Catch and shoot. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Just missed with that jab. He misses with that jab. Every time they drop stamina is off the charts. Nice defense on that hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this... Here we go in the 6th round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
What you've got to do, Todd, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
I want to think of holding on here for a minute. They exchange punches. Punch caught him clean halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be...
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two? The only fear you have could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
I'm happy. Good man. Get everything in the bag, and now you let him back in.
Here comes round 7. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
And he scores with the counter. And that jab just missed with the left hand. Nice counter. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. They call call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
That jab misses. These two fighters are made for one another. His stamina is off the charts. Tried to score with a jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second.
And we enter the 8th round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Nice counter shot. That hook won't score. Those counter punches have to hurt. This is a high-octane battle. Holding nothing back here in the round. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. What a tough way to lose it by split decision.
A split decision, I've enjoyed that. I actually forgot the rounds rolled by. The rounds were that close, they flew by. But what excitement. I could watch another 15 rounds of that. They probably can't do it, but we can watch it. Split decision, good call.
For I am the truth. I am the light that lighteth